Hi, I'm Lynn Malouf. Thank you for being here, practicing with me today. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a few deep, settling breaths. Find a softness in the belly, release any gripping there. Find a width in the rib cage and a length in the spine. Just another few breaths as you transition into your practice. And then softly opening up the eyes. Nice. Just in any easy seated cross-legged position, go ahead and take the left hand out to the side. Bring the right arm up and reach. And you can get a little bend in that left elbow. Some grounding in that right sitting bone as you reach. Let that left shoulder drop away from you. And then turn and look down at that left thigh. So the chest turns down a little bit and reach out with that right arm. And then use that standing hand to push down, bringing yourself all the way back up, and take that right hand behind you. Left hand to the knee. Sit tall, take a little twist. Nice. Come back through center, sweep up with the arms. Palms together, and then thumbs at heart center. And onto the other side, right arm out, left arm up. And again, little bend of that bottom elbow. Drop the shoulder down. And then turn down towards that right thigh. So the chest turns down a little bit and reach out with the arms. You're in the vicinity of the lats, that muscle group. And then pushing off with that standing hand, bring yourself up. Bring that left hand behind you, right hand to the knee. Sit tall and turn. All right, draw the back of the head back a little bit. Tends to kind of drop forward sometimes. Nice. Come through center and sweep the arms up again. And then thumbs at heart center. Nice. Come on to hands and knees. Take the right arm up. And then slide it through. Slide it all the way down. Settle that right ear down on the mat. Walk the left hand out to the left. Come on to fingertips. And then take that left leg out to the side. And roll back a little bit. So find some space behind that right shoulder blade. And then you can walk that left hand even overhead a little more. Kind of keep walking it until you find your sweet spot. Some of you may be able to walk it all the way over to the right and then take that left elbow and move it back a little bit. A couple breaths. That space behind the shoulder blade is a place that gets kind of sticky for some of us. One more breath. Walk that left hand back. Use it to press up. Draw the left leg in, and then take that left arm up and slide it through. Slide, slide, slide. And then that right hand, walk it out as you bring that right leg out to the side. And then play with that right hand and right arm. I like to kind of really walk it overhead. And in this case, walking it over to the left a little bit. Draw the elbow back a little. Take a breath or two here. Nice. Walk that right hand back. Push down. Come onto all fours, and from there, downward facing dog. Take a deep bend of the right knee. Press down with that left foot. And then switch. One more time. Deep bend of the right knee, left leg is straight, arms pressing away. And switch. And then two straight legs. Inhale into a plank. And exhale back into downward facing dog. And again, inhale into plank. And exhale back into dog pose. One more time, inhale into plank. And exhale back into dog pose. Raise the right leg in a three-legged dog. Keep the hips level. And really lift that leg. Nice. And then roll that right hip open. Keep the leg straight. Bend the left elbow. Drop the left forearm down and turn. Keep the right leg raised. Press back into a three-legged dog. Shift into plank. And back into dog pose. And lower that right leg down. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Keeping it straight, roll the hip open. Two straight arms. The arms tend to want to kind of buckle here. Keep them straight. And then bend the right elbow, drop that right forearm down and turn. And notice the tendency to hold the breath. Nice even breathing here. Keep that left leg lifted as you press back into three-legged dog. Shift into plank. And back into three-legged dog. And then lower that leg down. Nice. Walk the hands back to the feet. Heel toe the feet right off the mat. Clasp the hands behind the head. And let the head dangle. And get a nice sense of traction here in the length of the neck. And then release the hands, walk them out in front on fingertips. And as you press down, roll the inner thighs back. Keeping the left hand extended, take the right hand, thread it through for the outside of the left ankle or shin, and turn. Let that right elbow bend. Right, don't feel like you have to lock the hips in place. Pelvis can move with the spine. Take the left arm behind you, wrap it around into the hip crease, or maybe just hold on to the back of your pants and turn a little more. And again, notice the tendency of the head to dangle down, line the back of the head up with the spine. Come back through center, two arms out on fingertips. And then left hand threads through and turn. Wrap the right arm around and turn from the belly. Nice. Come back through center and walk back into downward facing dog. Walk the feet up to the hands and then sweep up. Press the thighs back, reach with the fingertips, and then dive down with an exhale. Halfway up, inhale, extend through the crown, roll the shoulders back, and exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, step the right foot back, the right knee down. Sweep the arms up. Hook the thumbs, reach. And then releasing the hands, clasp them behind you, draw them back. Palms together, thumbs at heart center. Right elbow over left thigh, turn. Nice. Hands down, plank. Come all the way down. Fly the arms back in locust, palms face down. And lower down. Bring the hands alongside the chest. Cobra pose. Maybe just a smallish cobra at this point. And down. Downward facing dog. Right leg up. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. Turn. Keep the knee bent. Level the hips. Shift forward. Right knee, right upper arm. Hips stay tall. Shoot the leg back. And lower it down. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat, and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left leg back, left knee down, arm sweep up. Hook the thumbs, pull. And then releasing that, hands behind you. Straighten the arms, open the chest. Connect with the feet. Release the hands, thumbs at heart center. Left elbow over right thigh, turn. One more breath. Hands down, plank. Come all the way down. Fly the arms back, palms facing down, locust. And down. Hands alongside the chest, elbows in, cobra pose. And down. Downward facing dog. Left leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee, turn. Keep the knee bent as you level the hips, shifting forward, left knee, left upper arm. Shoot the leg back and lower it down. Bend the knees, step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, right knee back, right foot back, right knee down. Bring the arms up in a goalpost shape. Stand down with the feet, feel like they're pulling towards each other. And then in this goalpost shape, turn to the left. And extend the arms out. Left hand back of the right thigh. Right arm up. One more breath. Hands down, plank. Come all the way down. And this time, separate the legs quite a bit. Bring the hands out to the side on fingertips. Roll the shoulders back and down. And then pressing down with the fingers, pull yourself up. Don't push so much as pull into temple cobra. And as you come down, lengthen through the spine. Nice. Downward facing dog. Right leg up. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. Keep the knee bent. Level the hips. This time as you shift forward, right knee towards left upper arm. Then straighten that right leg, extend it out, pivot onto that left foot, and bring the left arm up. One more breath. Nice. Left hand down. Bring that right leg back into a three-legged dog. And lower it down. Couple of breaths here in dog, finding some length now as you're warming up. And then again, step or hop to the top of the mat, sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back, left knee down, and again, bring the arms into that goalpost shape. And part of the key to sort of keeping your balance here as you twist is to really press down with the feet and then turn to the right. Extend out with the arms. Right hand back of that left thigh, left arm up. Nice. Come back through center. hands down, plank. And then lowering all the way down, separate the legs. Arms come wide, hands come wide, fingertips down. Notice that there's a forward pitch of the shoulder here. Roll the shoulders back, draw the shoulder blades together, and then peel up. And slowly come down. Press back into downward facing dog. Left leg up, roll the hip open, bend the knee. Keep the knee bent, level the hips, shift forward. Left knee, right upper arm, hover there for a moment, and then straighten the leg, extending it out on the floor. Pivot that right foot down and open it up. Take a few nice full breaths here. Right hand down. Left leg comes back into a three-legged dog. And lower it down. Take a breath here in dog pose. Bring the left leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee. And then take a big step forward with that left foot. Drop the right knee down. Sweep the arms up. Palms together, thumbs at heart center. Right elbow over left thigh. Straighten the back leg, furl the back toes under, straighten the back leg. Spin it up into a high lunge. Goalpost arms. And again, dig down with the feet and turn to the left. Extend the arms out. Left hand back of the right thigh, right arm up. Nice. Hands down. Left leg back in plank. Tippy toes, chaturanga, or come to the floor. Upward facing dog or cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Right leg up. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. Take a big step forward. And then drop the left knee down. Sweep the arms up. Palms together, thumbs at heart center. Left elbow over right thigh, turn. Furl the back toes under and straighten the leg. Spin it up into a high lunge. Take a moment. And then goalpost arms. And then turn to the right. Extend the arms out. Right hand down behind that left thigh, left arm up. Nice. Come through center, hands down, plank. Tippy toes in either floor or chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. A few nice breaths here. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, right foot back. Keep the legs straight. Take a turn to the left and left arm up. And then bring that left hand down. Heel toe that left foot out to the side. Drop the right knee down. Sink forward with that left hand on that left thigh. Feel free to stay here if this is plenty for you. Otherwise, bend that right knee. Reach around. Hold the pinky toe side of the foot. And then press the foot away from you as you turn to the left. And maybe even open the chest and kind of lean back into it a little bit. One more breath here. Nice. Release that foot. You've got that left foot on a diagonal now. We're going to come into a little modified Hanumanasana, right? Be gentle and compassionate with your hamstrings today. But keeping it on that diagonal, right? So you kind of look like maybe 11:30 on a clock. Let that left foot slide out a bit. Let that right leg wiggle back a bit. And wherever you are with it today, just be there. Couple of breaths. Nice. Drag that left heel back and step back into downward facing dog. Take a deep bend to the right knee. Come onto the ball of that right foot. Left leg stays straight, but left heel pivots into center. Press back with the hips and turn to the left a little bit. Nice, and back into dog pose. Bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Press the thighs back, lengthen the spine, reach with the fingertips. Dive down. Plant the hands. Left foot back, keep the legs straight. Turn to the right and reach up with that right arm. And then right hand comes down. Drop that left knee down. Wiggle the right foot out to the right. Get a nice wide stance here. Bend the left knee. Right hand to the pinky toe side of the foot. And then push the foot away from you and turn. Maybe open the chest and kind of lean back into it a little bit. Nice, and then release the foot, coming back through center, backing the hips up a bit. Notice that diagonal you've got on that foot, and continuing in that direction, sliding that right leg out a little or a lot. Again, more than anything, mind those hamstrings. You don't have to come all the way down for this to be useful. One more breath. I recognize there's a lot of sensation here for most of us. Nice. Go ahead and drag that right leg back and step back into downward facing dog. This time take a deep bend to the left knee. Right leg is straight. Pivot the right heel into center. And then turn to the right. And back to dog pose. Right leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee. And then coming through center, big step forward with that right foot, coming into warrior one. So pivot that left heel into center. Sweep the arms up. Clasp the hands behind you. Straighten the arms. Hinge from the hip. Come into a forward fold and humble warrior. Let the head and neck go. Extend out through the crown of the head. Straighten the chest. Sweep it up, warrior one. Hands down, chaturanga or dog pose. Up dog, open the chest. Downward facing dog. Left leg up. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. Big step forward, warrior one. Left foot comes down, right heel pivots in towards center, arms sweep up, left knee bends, reach. Clasp the hands behind you, turn the chest forward, reach the arms back and down, hinge from the hip, come into a forward fold, humble warrior. Extend out through the crown of the head and sweep up again. And again, your choice for a transition, either chaturanga, you can go right back into dog pose. Back to downward facing dog. Take a moment, calibrate your breath. Right leg up, roll the hip open, bend the knee and turn. And then big step forward, warrior two this time. I'm going to turn so that I mirror you here. Arms out. A couple of rhythmic motions here. Take a couple of breaths before we start. Nice. Take an inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Inhale and triangle pose. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, warrior two. Couple of breaths here. And then hands down, downward facing dog. Left leg up. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. Big step forward. Warrior two. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, triangle pose. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Again, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Hands down, downward facing dog. Walk the hands a little bit closer, shortening up your dog just a little bit. Take a deep bend of the right knee, come onto the ball of the right foot. Left leg is straight, left heel pivots into center. Before we do anything, lengthen the arms, push the hips back. Really connect with that left arm, straight and strong. Press down with the ball of the right foot, and then the right hand comes up, crosses over, and holds the outside of the left ankle or shin. One more breath. Right hand back, right heel down. Take a breath. Deep bend to the left knee. Come onto the ball of that left foot. Right heel pivots into center. Two straight arms. Hips press back. Connect with that right arm. Connect with the ball of the left foot. Left hand lifts up, crosses over, outside of that right shin or ankle, and turn. Back to downward facing dog. Right leg up. Right shin forward, pigeon. Wiggle that left foot back. Drop the hips down. Walk the hands back a little here. I like to come onto fingertips to start, much like we did in that temple cobra. You can roll the shoulders back and open the chest a little more, find some height. Couple of breaths here. And then walk the hands out in front. And just relax down into it for a few breaths. Stay with your body, stay with your breath. Just another moment. And then walk the hands back. Roll onto that right sitting bone. Take the left shin and draw it up, right? So it's kind of parallel to the edge of your mat. And that right shin can stay right where it is, and that's going to be comfortable for a lot of people. For those of you that have an easy, comfortable half lotus, you can lift that right shin up and cross that right foot over, right? But that's only if it's comfortable for you. In either case, that right hand is going to come behind you, and the left hand to that right knee, sit tall and turn. For those of you that are in the half lotus, and for whom, you have a little more room here and the shoulder mobility, you can wrap that right arm around behind you, holding on to that foot, in which case, press that forearm into your low back, it's actually your mid-back. Press back into it with your back, so create some sensation there and turn. One more breath. Nice. Come back through center, unwind, and step back into downward facing dog. Just come out of the hips and knees for a moment. Left leg up, left shin forward, pigeon. And then again, find your way into it. It's often different one side to the other. This may be a side where you have more space or less space. I have less space on this side. And then walk the hands back, press down with the fingertips. Find some opening here. This is my humble side in pigeon. Nice. And then walk the hands in front and rest into it for a few breaths. And resting in pigeon is a bit of an acquired skill, because there's a lot of sensation for many people in that exterior of the hip. And so, can you find some sense of restfulness despite a lot of localized sensation in your hip? One more breath. And then walk the hands back, sit tall with it for a moment. And then rolling onto that left sitting bone, same as we did on the other side, that right shin is going to come parallel to the edge of the mat. Feel free to just keep that left shin where it is, right? Otherwise, again, if you have an easy half lotus in your practice, and you may on one side and not the other, so adjust as necessary. Sit nice and tall. That left hand will come behind you, that right hand to the left knee. Sit tall and turn. Draw the back of the head back. And then maybe that left arm wraps around for the foot. Lovely. Unravel. Stand the feet down. And roll down. Nice. And then just a nice little shoulder bridge. Stand into the feet, lift the hips up. Snuggle the shoulders one at a time underneath you. Clasp the hands if that's accessible. And once you do all that, find your breath. Release the hands, peel down. Let the knees fall open, soles of the feet together, and then take the arms into that goalpost shape, if that's available to you. Otherwise, just stretch the arms out. Just a couple of breaths here. And then one more back bend, either shoulder bridge, or if you feel like coming into upward facing bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana, feel free to do that. Otherwise, just one more back bend. Release the arms, peel down. Cross the right leg over the left, so the right thigh over the left thigh. Then standing into that left foot, lift the hips up and shift them a little to the right. And then from there, just let the legs roll to the left, arms stretch out. I don't want you to let that right shoulder have to do anything for the legs to go further. So leave the right shoulder in its easeful place against the floor. And that means the knees probably won't come all the way down. And that's fine. Don't keep driving them down. Let them be where they are and let the shoulders rest in this position. Just a breath or two more. And then slowly bring legs back up. Uncross the legs, shift the hips back into center. And then crossing that left thigh over the right, stand into the right foot, lift the hips up, scooch them to the left a little bit, and let them roll to the right. And again, you're not driving them down towards the floor. They're going to go wherever they go. Let the shoulders remain easeful. And then slowly back to center. Uncross the legs, shift the hips back into center, give a hug of the knees into the chest. And then a nice full body stretch. Heels reach out in front of you. Arms reach overhead. And then separate the legs, soften them up, roll the feet in and out a couple of times, slide the arms down. Just a couple of minutes of Shavasana. Allow yourself this to stay here. Easy when you're practicing at home to jump up and be done. Just a couple breaths. without stirring, take a few deep, conscious breaths and register the sensation of being in your body. And then one at a time, draw the knees into the chest. Curl onto your right side. Press yourself up. Come into an easy seated position. Let the eyes close. Let the hands rest palms down on the thighs. Bring a sense of grounding. A few nice full breaths. And then draw the palms together, thumbs at heart center. Give a little bow of your head to your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing. I hope to see you again soon.